Right. Thank you so much for inviting me to your wonderful association. All glory to Prabhupada. If anyone wants to volunteer to chant the prayers.
Yes. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Nama om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, Prabhu, we can see.
Why it says resume share? What's going on? Okay, anyway, you can see it.
Yes, Prabhu, we can see.
Good. So, okay, anyone have any questions or something they want to talk about? Hmm?
Ram Prabhu, do you have any questions?
Not right now. Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhu, I have a question. So, generally people, a lot of materialistic people, they say right now that all paths are one, all the paths take to Godhead, something like that. And there are so many, even in India, there are posters. They are selling posters. They say they put some Bhagavad Gita on top. They put Krishna, and they say all the paths lead to the same this thing. So definitely, I know that it is not all paths does not lead. I just want to have some references, Prabhu, scriptural references where I can show it to them.
So here, yatamma tatam pat. Yeah, in this verse, you can see, Prabhupada always quote this verse. Yanti deva vritan devan, pitran yanti pitran vritaha, bhutani yanti bhutejaha, yanti mat yageno pimam. You want to read?
Yes. Translation: those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. And those who worship me will live with me.
Purport.
Purport:
Yeah.
If one has any desire to go to the moon, the sun, or any other planet, one can attain the desired destination by following specific Vedic principles recommended for that purpose, such as the process technically known as Darsha Paurnamasi. These are vividly described in the fruitive activities portion of the Vedas, which recommends a specific worship of demigods situated on different heavenly planets. Similarly, one can attain the Pita planets by performing a specific yajna. Similarly, one can go to many ghostly planets and become a yaksha, raksha, and pishacha. Pishacha worship is called black arts or black magic. There are many men who there are many men who practice this black art and they think that it is spiritualism. But such activities are completely materialistic. Similarly, a pure devotee who worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead only achieves the planets of Vaikuntha and Krishna Loka without a doubt. It is very easy to understand through this important verse that if by simply worshipping the demigods one can achieve the heavenly planets, or by worshipping the Pitas, achieve the Pita planets, or by practicing the black arts, achieve the ghostly planets, why can the pure devotee not achieve the planet of Krishna or Vishnu? Unfortunately, many people have no information of the sublime planets where Krishna and Vishnu live, and because they do not know of them, they fall down. Even the impersonalists fall down from the Brahma Jyoti. The Krishna conscious movement is therefore distributing sublime information to the entire human society to the effect that by simply chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one can become perfect in this life and go back home, back to Godhead.
So you can see here in this verse that how Krishna is saying that if you worship the demigods, you will take birth among the demigods. If you worship the ancestors, you go to the ancestor Pitra Loka. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. And those who worship me will live with me. So it doesn't say that every path is the same, no? Does it say that?
Yes.
Hmm?
No, it
Correct?
doesn't.
That means, yeah, if you worship the mode of goodness, the demigod, then you go to the demigod world. And in the mode of passion, if you worship the Pitras, then you go to the Pitralok. And if you're in ignorance, you worship the ghosts and spirits, you will take birth among such beings. Hmm? Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So there's different paths for different, people, right? It is not all the same, correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
So there are differences. So if someone says that I can go, by worshipping, uh, the same point is also illustrated here. So yajante satvikam devam yaksha rakshamsi rajasaha pretan puta ganam cha anye yajanti tamasa janaha. See, again the same thing is that. Huh?
Men in the mode
Man
of
in the mode of good.
goodness,
Please read, please read.
men in the mode of goodness worship the demigods. Those in the mode of passion worship the demons, and those in the mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits.
So see, so there are different classes. We worship goodness. Just like if you take a bus going, if you take a plane going to Bombay, it doesn't mean that you will end up in Calcutta. No? Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
Prabhu.
You
Yes,
can't say
Prabhu.
I want to go to Calcutta by taking a Bombay plane. Does it make any sense? Hmm?
No, Prabhu.
Yes. So you can't, say that everything is the same. No, doesn't make sense, does it? You want to read the purport also?
Yeah. In this verse, the Supreme Personality of Godhead describes different kinds of worshippers according to their external activities. According to scriptural injunction, only the Supreme Personality of Godhead is worshipable, but those who are not very conversant with or faithful to the scriptural injunctions worship different objects according to their specific situations in the modes of material nature. Those who are situated in goodness generally worship the demigods. The demigods include Brahma, Shiva, and others, such as Indra, Chandra, and the sun god. There are various demigods. Those in goodness worship a particular demigod for a particular purpose. Similarly, those who are in the mode of passion worship the demons. We recall that during the Second World War, a man in Calcutta worshipped Hitler because, thanks to that war, he had amassed a large amount of wealth by dealing in the black market. Similarly, those in the modes of passion and ignorance generally select a powerful man to be God. They think that anyone can be worshipped as God and that the same results will be obtained. Now, it is clearly described here that those who are in the mode of passion worship and create such gods, and those who are in the mode of ignorance, in darkness, worship dead spirits. Sometimes people worship at the tomb of some dead man. Sexual service is also considered to be in the mode of darkness. Similarly, in remote villages in India, there are worshippers of ghosts. We have seen that in India, the lower class people sometimes go to the forests, and if they have knowledge that a ghost lives in a tree, they worship that tree and offer sacrifices. These different kinds of worship are not actually God worship. God worship is for persons who are transcendentally situated in pure goodness. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 4.3.23, it is said, Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam. When a man is situated in pure goodness, he worships Vasudeva. The purport is that those who are completely purified of the material modes of nature and who are transcendentally situated can worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The impersonalists are supposed to be situated in the mode of goodness, and they worship 5 kinds of demigods. They worship the impersonal Vishnu form in the material world, which is known as philosophized Vishnu. Vishnu is the expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but the impersonalists, because they do not ultimately believe in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, imagine that the Vishnu form is just another aspect of impersonal Brahman. Similarly, they imagine that Lord Brahma is the impersonal form in the mode of passion. Thus, they sometimes describe 5 kinds of gods that are worshipable, but they dispose of all worshipable objects at the ultimate end. In conclusion, the different qualities of the material modes of nature can be purified through association with persons who are of transcendental nature.
So you see here, the different modes go to different places, no? Correct? It is not
Yes,
what
Prabhu.
we say, anything goes, no? Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
And
Then
what
here
happens to
also
these
you
people
say,
who go to the planet of demigods in their next birth?
after they finish their piety there, they come back again, to the material world. Hmm? So I'll show you this first, no? As I go on.
Hare Krishna devotee, any devotee would like to read?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu. The transcendental personality of Godhead is indirectly associated with the 3 modes of material nature, namely passion, goodness, and ignorance. And just for the material world's creation, maintenance, and destruction, he accepts the 3 qualitative forms of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Of these 3, all human beings can derive ultimate benefit from Vishnu, the form of the quality of goodness.
So you see here, they can derive only ultimate benefit by going to Krishna or Vishnu. Hmm? You understand? So you want to read this?
that Lord Sri Krishna, by his plenary parts, should be rendered devotional service, as explained above, is confirmed by this statement. Lord Sri Krishna and all his plenary parts are Vishnu Tattva, or the Lordship of Godhead. From Sri Krishna, the next manifestation is Baladeva. From Baladeva is Sankarshana.
So here, from this Sankarshan, you have Pradyumna and Nurudaya also. And then again, you have another quadruple expansion, second Sankarshan. So there's a Pradyumna and Nurudaya. There's someone is asking the question in the chat, no? Okay. So carry on reading.
From Baladeva is Sankarshana. From Sankarshana is Narayana. From Narayana, there is the second Sankarshana. And from this Sankarshana, the Vishnu Purusha avatars. The Vishnu or the deity of the quality of goodness in the material world is a Purusha avatar known as Shirodakashaya Vishnu or Paramatma. Brahma is the deity of Rajas, passion, and Shiva of ignorance. They are the three departmental heads of the three qualities of this material world. The creation is made possible by Brahma's quality of passion and his endeavor. It is maintained by goodness by Vishnu. And when it requires to be destroyed, Lord Shiva does it by the Tandava Nritya. The materialists and the foolish human beings worship Brahma and Shiva respectively, but the pure transcendentalists worship the form of goodness, Vishnu, in his various forms. Vishnu is manifested by his millions and billions of integrated forms and separated forms. The integrated forms are called Godhead, and the separated forms are called the living entities or the jivas. Both the jivas and Godhead have their original spiritual forms. Jivas are sometimes subjected to the control of the material energy, but the Vishnu forms are always controllers of this energy. When Vishnu, the personality of Godhead, appears in the material world, he comes to deliver the conditioned living beings who are under the material energy. Such living beings appear in the material world with intentions of being lords, and thus they become entrapped by the three modes of nature. As such, the living entities have to change their material coverings for undergoing different terms of imprisonment. The prison house of the material world is created by Brahma under instruction of the personality of Godhead. And at the conclusion of a kalpa, the whole thing is destroyed by Shiva. But as far as maintenance of the prison house is concerned, it is done by Vishnu, as much as the state prison house is maintained by the state. Anyone, therefore, who wishes to get out of this prison house of material existence, which is full of miseries like repetition of birth, death, disease, and old age, must please Lord Vishnu for such liberation. Lord Vishnu is worshipped by devotional service only. And if anyone has to continue prison life in the material world, he may ask for relative facilities for temporary relief from the different demigods like Shiva, Brahma, Indra, and Varuna. No demigod, however, can release the imprisoned living being from the conditioned life of material existence. This can be done only by Vishnu. Therefore, the ultimate benefit may be derived from Vishnu, the personality of Godhead.
Yes. All right. So you can see this is even more clearly explained here. In this verse. Want to read on?
It is said that, yes, Prabhu.
I'll continue. It is said that one result is obtained by worshipping the supreme cause of all causes, and that another result is obtained by worshipping what is supreme. All this is heard from the undisturbed authorities who clearly explained it.
So it's very clear, right, in this verse? Huh? Yes?
Prabhu.
Hello?
Yes,
Is
Prabhu.
it clear?
Yes,
in this?
Prabhu. It's very, very
Huh?
clear. It's
Yeah.
very clear, Prabhu.
All right. So of course you can, this purport is very long. You can read it at your own time. Huh?
Sure, Prabhu.
Wow.
They say Prabhupada books doesn't give anything, everything. Huh? Yeah. Yes.
No, Prabhu, not
Read
like
on, please.
Translation. One should know perfectly the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna and his transcendental name, form, qualities, pastimes, as well as the temporary material creation with its temporary demigods, temporary demigods, men and animals. When one knows this, he surpasses death and the ephemeral cosmic manifestation with it, and in the eternal kingdom of God, he enjoys his eternal life of bliss and knowledge.
So you see here, if you know, you understand the transcendental appearance, name, form, qualities, and pastimes, and also you know about this temporary material world together, then yes, it's not just one-sided, you know. You follow? You must know both, you know. What is this material world about, all about? Huh? Yes,
Yes, Prabhu.
you must know it side by side. You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
I think this is mantra 11. Yeah, it's here. So you must know this, you know, side by side. Vidyam cha vidyam yas tat veda ubhayam saha. Avidya mrityum tritatva vidyayam mritam ashmite.
Translation. Only one who can learn the process of nescience and that of transcendental knowledge side by side can transcend the influence of repeated birth and death and enjoy the full blessings of immortality.
So you must know, you know, you cannot say that, oh, I only know one thing, I don't want to know anything. The devotees are not trained to just be one-sided, you know. You follow? So you have, I mean, I'm not going through the purport because the purports are all very long in the Ishopanishad. So I recommend you to read them at your own time. So I think it's very clear on the verses, right? Yes.
yes, Prabhu.
Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu. It's
And
very
it
clear.
says here, if you go to the demigod's world, you have to come back again. Yes. Many places this is said. So I'm going to just show you that. Can you read this?
Translation. Those who study the Vedas and drink the Soma juice, seeking the heavenly planets, worship me indirectly. Purified of sinful reactions, they take birth on the pious heavenly planets of Indra, where they enjoy godly delight.
So those people who study the Vedas, this is called the karma kandis. These karma kandis, they worship all different demigods. So Krishna is saying here, they worship me indirectly. So they go to the heavenly world, and then what happens, you see? Read on, please.
When they have thus enjoyed vast heavenly sense pleasure and the result of their pious activities are exhausted, they return to this mortal planet again. Thus, those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of the three Vedas achieve only repeated birth and death.
So you see here how they go to the heavenly planet, and when their piety is finished, they come back again to
Vedas,
this
Prabhu?
material world. Hmm?
What is that reference? 3 Vedas, Prabhu?
Rug, Yajur, and Atharva. Yeah. Yes, Anand. You understand? So they go to the heavenly planet, and when their piety is finished, then again they come back to this material world. It is also explained here in the Bhagavatam. See here, you want to read this?
Ram Prabhu, can you read?
My dear King Yudhishthira, when oblations of ghee and food grains like barley and sesame are offered in sacrifice, they turn into celestial smoke, which carries one to successively higher planetary systems like the kingdoms of Duma, Ratri, Krishna Paksha, Dakshinam, and ultimately the moon. Then, however, the performance of sacrifice descend again to earth to become herbs, creepers, vegetables, and food grains. These are eaten by different living entities and turned to semen, which is injected into female bodies. Thus, one takes birth again and again.
So you can see here from this how, the person falls down. Sama, Yajur, and Rik, the 3 Vedas. You following?
Yes, Prabhu.
So you can read the purport. You have, you can take note. So again, they come back again to the material world. Those who go. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna discouraged Arjuna. Says here, do not do this. He says. You want to read this?
Yeah. Men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power, and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this.
So see, so then Arjuna was told to go above this. No? Traigunya Vishaya Veda Naishtagunya Bhava Arjuna. He says go above the Vedas. No? I think it's somewhere here. Where is that? Where's it? Naishtagunya Bhava Arjuna. 42, 43. So he said go above this Vedic thing because it, it doesn't serve the purpose, So, but it's, give me a minute.
2.45, bro.
Yeah?
2.45.
What's that? 2.45. Thank you very much. Oh, just after the Bhogeshwara, So yeah, Krishna is saying to Arjuna, just don't do this, you just go above the Vedas. So you see here,
Oh,
4, 5.
Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Naishtrigunya Bhavarjuna. Nirdvando Nitya Sattvasto Niryoga Chema Atmavan. So we see it here. The Vedas deal mainly with the subject of the three modes of material nature. Arjuna become transcendental to these modes, become free from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain and safety and be established in the self. So you see here, Krishna says here, go above this. Here Krishna says again to Uddhava, a devotee should never engage in fruited mention in the karma kanda section of the Vedas. You see that? You follow? So we should not engage in karma kanda thinking. So we have to understand that it does not actually help us, This karma kanda thing that's explained here. Hare Krishna. What did you ask somebody upstairs? Huh? Ask someone upstairs to help you. So here you can see how this works. This is how the heavenly planet thing, accompanied by. Can you read?
Guru Prabhu, can you?
Hello.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Now we'll go a bit further.
Accompanied
Okay,
by
now just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Huh? So here you can read this. All right, start reading here, huh? Can you read this?
if one performs Vedic sacrifices and fruitive rituals without any mistake or contamination, one will achieve a heavenly situation in the next life. But even this result, which is only achieved by perfect performance of fruitive rituals, will be vanquished by time. Now hear of this. If on earth one performs sacrifices for the satisfaction of the demigods, he goes to the heavenly planets where, just like a demigod, he enjoys all of the heavenly pleasures he has earned by his performances. Having achieved the heavenly planets, the performer of ritualistic sacrifices travels in a glowing airplane, which he obtains as the result of his piety on earth, being
piety on earth.
piety on earth, being glorified by songs sung by the Gandharvas and dressed in wonderfully charming clothes. He enjoys life surrounded by heavenly goddesses. Accompanied by heavenly women, the enjoyer of the fruits of sacrifice goes on pleasure rides in a wonderful airplane, which is decorated with circles of tinkling bells and which flies wherever he desires. Being relaxed, comfortable, and happy in the heavenly pleasure gardens, he does not consider that he is exhausting the fruits of his piety and will soon fall down to the mortal world. Until his pious results are used up, the performer of sacrifice enjoys life in the heavenly planets. When the pious results are exhausted, however, he falls down from the pleasure gardens of heaven, being moved against his desire by the force of eternal time.
See, this is how it goes in the heavenly world. All your efforts of going there to enjoy, but the moment your piety is all finished, and without you knowing, you fall down here again. Yes? You understand? So if a person is intelligent, he will not want to do this. So what's the use, no? Correct. You go there and your piety all finished, again must come back again, and then again start, Correct. Is this intelligent move to go there and enjoy? Can see here again. This is how they think, those demigod worshippers. So you want to read this?
The worshippers of demigods think we shall worship the demigods in this life, and by our sacrifices we shall go to heaven and enjoy there. When that enjoyment is finished,
We lost him. Hello.
Hare Krishna.
am I audible?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
yes.
can hear you.
Now I don't hear him now. You can
Oh.
say
Now we
again,
can.
read again.
Go ahead, Guru Prabhu. Can you read? Let's try.
Okay.
Read again.
The
please.
worshippers of demigods think we shall worship the demigods in this life, and by our
Can you hear now, Prabhu?
sacrifices.
Sundar Gopal Prabhu,
What?
can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear. We read on, please.
Okay. And by our sacrifices, we shall go to heaven and enjoy there. When that enjoyment is finished, we shall return to this world and take birth as great householders in aristocratic families. Being excessively proud and greedy, such persons are bewildered by the flowery words of the Vedas. They are not attracted to topics about me, the Supreme Lord.
So see, this is what is the position of the demigod worship. And it's not all fun in the demigod, situation. It's not that everybody is so happy, Yeah.
Prabhu, what about the demigods themselves after that birth? Do they also fall down to the mortal planets?
Yes. Once they finish, of course, the principal ones are different. They stay there until the Manu's over. Then their time also finished. Or if they are powerful, they will go to Lord Brahma there and wait, and then go along with Brahma to the spiritual world. That's another thing, That's a powerful demigods. They go promoted to next planet, and then they wait there with Brahma until he goes, then he goes. Can you read this?
One cannot find permanent happiness even on the heavenly planets, which one can attain in the next life by ritualistic ceremonies and sacrifices. Even in material heaven, the living entity is disturbed by rivalry with his equals and envy of those superior to him. And since one's residence in heaven is finished with the exhaustion of pious fruitive activities, the denizens of heaven are afflicted by fear, anticipating the destruction of their heavenly life. Thus, they resemble kings who, though enviously admired by ordinary citizens, are constantly harassed by enemy kings and who therefore never attain actual happiness.
So you see here how, even in the heaven, you're not really peaceful, no? Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Correct?
Yes, true.
So is that clear about your heaven question? Who are Prajumna, Anuruddha? Are they the next generation of the Lord or the plenary portion? They are plenary portions, As I showed you just now the verse from first Baladev and then Shankarshan, Pradyumna, Nurdaya, Vasudev, and then the next expansion, Vasudev, Pradyumna, Nurdaya, and Shankarshan. And from that Shankarshan, three Vishnus come. So like that, the whole thing is. Is it clear?
Prabhu, that Mataji had to log off. She had asked this question in one of the previous daily sessions that we have. The question she had was, there is Pradyumna and Aniruddha who come as children or grandchildren of Krishna when he comes on this planet. So what is the difference
What that,
between
what
them?
that, what's that again? Please repeat. I didn't
One
get
of
it.
the
Last
one of
sentence.
the sons of Krishna's name is again Pradyumna and Aniruddha. So her confusion is how they are different from the quadruple Pradyumna and Aniruddha.
They are not different. They are extensions. No? Anuruddha, he came as Anuruddha, and Pradyumna came as Pradyumna.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
They're not different. So, right. She will explain that to her. Huh?
Yes, sure.
What happens to the non-rithvik devotees who are working very sincerely and worshipping the Lord? If they are very sincere, they should not be in that camp, correct? Yes or not?
Yes, true.
Correct. It
Yes,
says
true.
here, so-called sincerely. So in this verse you can read.
Mamta Mataji, can you read?
Hare Krishna. Prabhu. Leaders who have fallen into ignorance and who mislead people by directing them to the path of destruction, as described in the previous verse, are in effect boarding a stone boat, and so too are those who blindly follow them. A stone boat would be unable to float and would sink in the water with its passengers. Similarly, those who mislead people go to hell and their followers go with them.
What do you say about this now?
They go to hell.
What is written here?
Similarly, those who misled people go to hell and their followers go with them.
What about that? Huh?
Yeah.
What do you say? Huh?
They are on the wrong boat.
So
Then.
there's, yeah, you want to be there?
Oh, no, not
Huh?
yet.
Correct.
So,
If you are
Prabhuji,
sincere, you.
so if we show this thing to them, it is going to be offensive or non-offensive?
How can it be offensive when you're showing Shastra? Huh? What? You should not speak the truth? Huh?
The problem is people they're ignorant of the fact, Prabhu. They think they are on the right boat.
Is it? All right, good luck. You're right, God, your choice, no? Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
It's very fact that you are on the wrong board. You cannot sincerely serve him. That's not possible. Yes?
Yes,
What
true.
is this says? What does this verse say? Can you read?
He who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination.
Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So what? You just do whatever you like and Krishna is so kind, he'll come and kiss you on your cheek and take you back or what? Huh? What?
No, Prabhu.
Hello? You can do anything you like and you can go home back to Godhead. Just like the Christians say, you surrender to Christ and that's it. You go back. You don't surrender, you go to hell. Is that the philosophy? Hello? Huh?
No, Prabhu.
No, Prabhu.
Krishna is some kind of jackass, is it? Huh? Read on.
The order of the spiritual master is the active principle in spiritual life. Anyone who disobeys the order of the spiritual master immediately becomes useless.
What is the word immediately? Huh? Purport. Please read.
Here is the opinion of Srila Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami. Persons who strictly follow the orders of the spiritual master are useful in executing the will of the Supreme, whereas persons who deviate from the strict order of the spiritual master are useless.
So, what is this sincere people you're talking about? Huh? Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Why do those
Hello?
people still deviate from what the spiritual master has said, Prabhu?
Can you say again? I like to hear that again. You repeat?
Why do some people knowingly deviate from the spiritual master's orders?
You see, they have got some motive. You understand? Their motive is to have worship, have,
Puja.
they call pratishta, ask pratishta, labha, puja. They want all these things, no? You understand? So they want to get worship, they want some position, they want followers. Huh? So they get addicted to it. These are called weeds in spiritual life, no? Yes?
Yes.
Mm. So these are the downfalls, you are addicted to it and then you keep some group of people, yeah, you can keep, but you cannot elevate them spiritually. Yes? And when you keep people and you cannot elevate them, then fighting will start, correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hello? Fighting, quarreling will start. You keep people on the bodily platform because neophytes are all in the bodily platform. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Ah. So when people are kept in that level, then quarreling, fighting, all these things will start, no? Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
And then what will happen? There'll be nothing left, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or not?
Mm-hmm.
So if a person stays on the material platform, it will become very detrimental, So this is the consequences, Ish. Can you read on?
One who accepts material sense objects as desirable certainly becomes attached to them. From such attachment, lust arises, and this lust creates quarrel among men. From quarrel arises intolerable anger, followed by the darkness of ignorance. This ignorance quickly overtakes a man's broad intelligence. O saintly Uddhava, a person bereft of real intelligence is considered to have lost everything, deviated from the actual purpose of his life. He becomes dull just like a dead person.
So this is the position of people who are, not. Can you read on?
Yeah, because of absorption in sense gratification, one cannot recognize himself or others. Living uselessly in ignorance like a tree, one is merely breathing just like a bellows.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
This is what happens if you indulge in, instead of making progress, you indulge in sense gratification. And this is the consequence. Fighting, nothing but fighting, fighting. Yeah? Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
We cannot help others because firstly the only way to help others is that you must know the scriptures, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or not?
Yes, Prabhu.
Understand?
Mm-hmm.
So you must associate with people who are advanced. If you don't associate, then that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Can you read on?
Padyaoli Mataji, can you read?
Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Please, the Satnam temple obeisances all glories to Shri Prabhupada. Sometimes a neophyte devotee offer all paraphernalia for worshipping the Lord, and he factually worship the Lord as the deity. But because he is envious of authorized devotees of Lord Vishnu, the Lord is never satisfied with his devotional service.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, can you read the purport?
Deity worship is especially meant for purifying the neophyte devotees. Actually, however, preaching is more important. In Bhagavad Gita 18.69, it is said, Nacha tasman manusheshu kaschin me priya kratmaha. If one wants to be recognized by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he must preach the glories of Lord. One who worships the deity must therefore be extremely respectful to preachers, otherwise simply worshipping the deity will keep one in the lower stage of devotion.
Huh? You understand?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhu.
Correct. So you can see how these neophyte devotees, they don't get help, and then they become envious. Yes,
Yes, Prabhu.
isn't it? And this fighting and quarreling and all kind of stuff will start. Can you read this?
A Prakrita Bhakta or materialistic devotee does not purposefully study the Shastra and try to understand the actual standard of pure devotional service. Consequently, he does not show proper respect to advanced devotees. He may, however, follow the regulative principles learned from his spiritual master or from his family who worship the deity. He is to be considered on the material platform, although he is trying to advance in devotional service. Such a person is a Bhakta Praya, neophyte devotee, or Bhakta Abhasa, for he is a little enlightened by Vaishnava philosophy. This verse is also from Srimad Bhagavatam 11.2.47. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur says that one who has full love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead and who maintains a good friendship with the Lord devotees is always close to those who envy Krishna and Krishna's devotees. Such a person is to be considered an intermediate devotee. He becomes a first-class devotee when in course of advancing in devotional service, he feels an intimate relationship with all living entities, seeing them as part and parcel of the Supreme Person. Hari Bol.
All right, so we'll go here. Can you read this?
Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakura has stated that if one has developed faith in Krishna consciousness, he is to be considered an eligible candidate for further advancement in Krishna consciousness. Those who have faith are divided into three categories: Uttama, Madhyama, and Kanishtha. First class, second class, and neophyte. A first class devotee has firm conviction in the revealed scripture and is expert in arguing according to the Shastras. He is firmly convinced of the science of Krishna consciousness. The Madhyama Adhikari or second class devotee has firm conviction in Krishna consciousness, but he cannot support his conviction by citing Shastric references. The neophyte devotee does not yet have firm faith. In this way, the devotees are typed. The standard of devotion is also categorized in the same way. A neophyte believes that only love of Krishna or Krishna consciousness is very good, but he may not know the basis of pure Krishna consciousness or how one can become a perfect devotee. Sometime in the heart of neophyte, there is an attraction for karma, jnana, or yoga. When he is free and transcendental to mixed devotional activity, he becomes a second-class devotee. When he becomes expert in logic and can refer to the Shastras, he becomes a first-class devotee. The devotees are also described as positive, comparative, and superlative in terms of their love and attraction for Krishna. It should be understood that a Madhyama Adhikari, a second-class devotee, is fully convinced of Krishna consciousness, but cannot support his conviction with Shastric references. A neophyte may fall down by associating with non-devotees because he is not firmly convinced and strongly situated. The second-class devotee, even though he cannot support his position with Shastric reference, can gradually become a first-class devotee by studying the Shastras and associating with a first-class devotee. However, if the second-class devotee does not advance himself by associating with a first-class devotee, he makes no progress. There is no possibility that a first-class devotee will fall down, even though he may mix with non-devotees to preach. Conviction and faith gradually increases to make one an Uttama Adhikari, a first-class devotee.
Is it very clear?
Yes, Prabhu, very
Yes,
nice.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm? So this is what's happening, because you see all these people who are supposedly in the other camp, there is no, what we say, proper association. Yes,
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes,
correct?
Prabhu.
The whole thing is based on studying the books, no? Correct?
Mhm.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes or no?
Mhm.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Actually, many of them don't read the book, after reading one time, they think that I know already.
Mhm.
Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes or not?
Mhm.
And their whole life is centered on this program. You can see this is what's going on in many, many people, especially those who are householders, no?
Mhm.
This is their position. You can see here, this is what they do. Can you read this?
Man becomes strong and stout by eating sufficient grain, but the devotee who simply eats ordinary grains but does not taste the transcendental pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna gradually becomes weak and falls down from the transcendental position. However, if one drinks but a drop of the nectar of Krishna's pastime, his body and mind begin to bloom, and he begins to laugh, sing, and dance. All the devotees connected with Krishna consciousness movement must read all the books that have been translated, the Chaitanya Charita Amrita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and others. Otherwise, after some time, they will simply eat, sleep, and fall down from their position. Thus, they will miss the opportunity to attain an eternal blissful life of transcendental pleasure.
Is it clear?
Mhm.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello? Hmm?
Can you hear, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna.
What?
Can you hear us, Prabhu?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear.
Oh.
Is it clear? This
Yes,
statement.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
This is what happening in many householders and most actually. Practically no reading. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
I know many devotees who
They
have not
say,
studied even once, Prabhu.
no, they don't read. They don't actually, because they don't read and hear and associate. They don't do all the spiritual program and eventually they fall down.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, Prabhuji.
Right.
yes.
Hmm. So very dangerous position. That's why this hearing is so important. Just now we read, no, associating with people who are advanced, correct? Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Not simply giving class and talking stories, Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
So you should know where to, who to associate with, correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
You ask me one question and you see how long I have to explain to you, quoting so many places. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Everything is there in Prabhupada books, correct?
Correct.
So, any other questions on this point?
Yeah, Prabhu. Very good.
What question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah,
What's your
I
question?
just want to know. I just want to know about like I have some confusion about ekadashi parsadam because sometimes people says quinoa that we can eat and sama rice I heard that we should not eat. But in this last Janmashtami, we went to take darshan here in ISKCON. So they were distributing ekadashi prasadam, but sama was there. So I have some confusion. So please clear my doubt.
Sama is considered millet, Millet is sort of a grain, So we can't offer grains, or eat grains. Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
So you can take other things, don't take those things. There's so many other things, correct?
How
Yes,
about
Prabhu.
quinoa, Prabhu?
It's also considered grain.
Oh my God.
Quinoa is grain, Prabhu.
Sort of grains,
Yeah, I
millet,
have confusion
family.
also because I always think because this is very new to us. So I always feel very hesitant to eat that quinoa.
Quinoa
One
is
day,
sweet.
why you have to eat? One day you can avoid, We have to eat so many things, Correct?
Yes, yes, Prabhu. But
Doesn't
yeah, like
Last
yes,
5 years, ekadashi is gone, Prabhu.
yeah, because
So,
there in temple we offer like this quinoa.
yeah, you want to eat. What is there to stop you from eating? Correct? So you want to be safe. Better don't eat, no? Right?
Usually, so, Prabhu,
Yes.
I only cook vegetable, but now my daughter she's 7, so from last 1 year she is
For
doing, so that's why I just want to know.
no, you can get so many things. If you go to the Chinese shop, you can buy this what do you call that? Sweet potato noodles, or you can buy mung. What is that? Sweet potato noodles. Yeah, you can potato
Sabudana,
noodles.
Prabhu?
Abudana. Yeah, you can take that. Tapioca. Or you call it cassava. You can take that. There's so many things. Why you have to go eat this stuff? No, correct?
Yes, Prabhu, yeah, that's why we just want to confirm because there is lot of confusion because here they like in temple we were offering this quinoa from last 4 or 5 years, so that's why
Yeah,
I
5
just want
years
to
we are
know.
using quinoa on ekadashi. Didn't even know that it's a grain. Okay.
Good luck. Yes. Is it not? In fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forbade his mother to eat grains, no? You know, right? Ekadashi.
Yes, Prabhu.
Told Sanatan to make sure that you don't do mixed up Ekadashi, Told his mother not to eat, correct? You try to avoid, eating grains.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm? Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Man, there's so many things to eat, I mean, potato, so many things, right? Yeah?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
I think they use buckwheat flour, right? Buckwheat, buckwheat is considered non-grain.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy some buckwheat and make some chapatis or all that. So many things to do, no?
Yes,
Huh?
Prabhu. Yes.
I think eating no problem, no? Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
They don't want to eat doing that is the issue. Hmm? Yes or not?
Yeah, we're not aware of that. Prabhu, do you have any document which you can share to us through what items can be eaten? And
I think there are many in the net, no? You can look at it, download it.
they all have quinoa, Prabhu. They say quinoa can be eaten, eggplant and some masalas.
Then masala, because you cooking, they are coming from the store. They usually add some rice powder or whatever to the masala, So that's why we avoid using all their turmeric and all this stuff, because chili powder, all they add, Do you understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
So better to use
Yes.
raw items on that day, like especially turmeric and chili powder, which is the thing that you use, most of the time, correct? So you
Yes.
try, either you can grind it yourself and keep it for only ekadashi use, or that's what we do. Of course, we grind a lot, There are shops here to grind. I don't know, in America, you got such shops. So in fact, nowadays, the blenders are also high powered. They can also blend, thing to powder.
Yes,
So you can grind it and keep, on ekadashi day, you use raw turmeric and, raw chili powder, chili, all these things, you can make yourself. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So better
Yes,
not
Prabhu.
get to
I mean,
buy and then
whole
whole
spices like
turmeric and all that.
cardamoms can be taken, Prabhu. Cardamom,
Cardamom
cloves.
you don't grind. Cardamom you don't grind. Mostly it's like turmeric, and chili, turmeric.
I think his
cinnamon,
question was,
almost.
can we use cardamom?
Cardamom, yeah, you can use also. You can put inside. So all these things are available, and you do, and you keep it aside for ekadashi day. You use all those, and salt also. You have to use a new packet, because you use the old packet, your hand, you taking from, touching the masala and all that, So your
Yes,
salt is
Prabhu.
also contaminated, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
So every ekadashi day we open a new pack, and use that, That's how we do. So all these things you just be careful, no? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Definitely. What is that? Quinoa, huh? That one is definitely a grain, No doubt about it. It comes from the millet family, Millet are considered as grain,
We've been told until now that it is a seed, Prabhu. That is
In
why.
the Ramanuja Sampradaya, they eat idli and dosa,
Oh.
They say that the grain is grinded down, so that's it. No more. It is no more grain, but it becomes dosa and idli. Can you imagine that? Huh? So we have to, be careful, no? Correct?
Yes,
Yes or no?
Prabhu.
Yes.
You can grind it down and it will become no more. Right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes or not?
Yes, Prabhu.
So you grind it down and become no more. So you can eat. So on Ekadashi day, you can join the Ramanujas, no? Just like you guys all do some Brahmotsava and Brahmotsava, no? Correct? So on Ekadashi day, you join them, no? Yes? What do you say? Huh?
No problem.
Is that okay? Why not? Why not? You are joining, why? You're doing this Brahmotsava, you're doing all kind of stuff, right? Correct? You bring in the Ramanujas, yes? Yeah?
Yeah.
So on Ekadashi day, you follow them, no? Why? Yes?
No, Prabhu.
Can you read this?
His mother replied, "My dear son, I will give you whatever you ask. Then the Lord said, "My dear mother, please do not eat grains on the Ekadashi day." From the very beginning of his childhood life, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced the system of observing a fast on the Ekadashi day. In the Bhakti Sandarbha by Srila Jiva Goswami, there is a quotation from the Skanda Purana admonishing that a person who eats grains on Ekadashi becomes a murderer of his mother, father, brother, and spiritual master, and that even if he is elevated to a Vaikuntha planet, he falls down. On Ekadashi, everything is cooked for Vishnu, including regular grains and dal, but it is enjoined that a Vaishnava should not even take Vishnu prasadam on Ekadashi. It is said that a Vaishnava does not accept anything eatable that is not offered to Lord Vishnu, but on Ekadashi, a Vaishnava should not even touch Mahaprasadam offered to Vishnu, although such prasadam may be kept for being eaten the next day. It is strictly forbidden for one to accept any kind of grain on Ekadashi, even if it is offered to Lord Vishnu.
Yes.
So
Is it
peanuts
clear?
are good, no, Prabhu?
Yeah, peanuts are okay.
Okay.
Peanut is
So,
okay. Suji is also grain. Yeah. What about suji? Suji is also grain. Semolina. Huh?
yes, Prabhu. So what is the
You
price,
can live
Chintan,
on.
Prabhu, for breaking Ekadashi for last 5 years?
You can breathe some air, live on some leaves. Huh? Huh?
On Ekadashis, Prabhu?
Water. I know you just go on from now on. No, whatever is done now. Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Yes,
So
Prabhu.
now you do strictly. You don't do this again because you have so many other things to eat. No.
Yes,
You
Prabhu.
can make so many things. No. Correct.
Yes, Prabhu.
Don't buy also the potato what from the supermarket, the potato chips, they fried, not the what do you call it?
The dry
Potato
chips
what
they
you call?
have actually. Yeah.
No, they sell the cut potatoes, potatoes that they fry, what do you call it?
Uh-huh.
Potato chips, is it? That McDonald's all sell that stuff. What is that?
Yes, Prabhu. French fries, Lays, and all that.
French fries, yeah, that's the word. Yeah, I think it's risky, because they add so many things inside, Usually they add soya,
We can make at home, right?
And so, yeah, you can always make at home, unless you are lazy, then what to do? Yeah,
That's true.
yes.
That's true.
Then
Yes,
you can
Prabhu.
join the QAnon party and you can join the what? Sama party and so many parties are there, no? Yeah? Yes?
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Hello?
Yes, true.
You can't beat them, you join them, no? They say, in America. Yeah? Yes.
So I think it's better to stick to fruit diet on that.
Better do not eat anything, that's best.
Yes, bro.
Nirjala Ekadasi will be very good for you. Fasting is detoxing yourself. Yes?
Yes, bro.
Yes, because the tongue, most difficult to control, correct?
Yes, bro.
So if you can control your tongue, you consider that you can control all the senses. You can't control the tongue, and everything is difficult, no?
Yes, bro.
Yes,
So it's like just like the some people who are fasting 1 month, they don't eat anything until evening time, right? Huh? And then they have a huge feast, correct? And they want to eat everything and anything, correct? So that's how they meditate on the food, no? So ours is to fast means to chant more, to hear more, to read more, That's the idea of the fasting. Not to meditate on what I'm going to eat tomorrow, no?
Yes, true.
So this is how we control our mind, thinking of Krishna, chanting, reading, hearing, chanting more rounds, Yes?
Yes,
Yes,
true.
bro.
For the
Prabhu,
children, what to do?
can we
What?
eat spinach leaves, Prabhu?
Can you what?
Spinach leaves?
Spinach, yeah, you can take, no problem.
Okay.
Except on Chaturmas, we don't eat spinach. Other time, we can eat spinach, no?
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
You can buy tapioca, cassava, and then you can cook, that's very filling, right? Do they sell that in the States? I'm sure they do. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Can make so many things out of that.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Can make so many kinds of nice sweets also with it. So many recipes are there.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Any other questions or points?
So, Prabhu, going back, like the first question which I asked, so I remembered another question later that when I had told this, that when you do performances, karma kanda activities, you elevate and you go to high heavenly planets and you enjoy there. So the people ask the question that why go there and enjoy? Why can't I do the same enjoyment here? So
provided you can.
So the thing is, it's mentioned the somarasa, all that beverages they can have, intoxicants and all that, and like the 4 regulative principles. I don't know how many. No, it's all profuse over there. So why do it there? Why elevate myself, go there and do it? Why can't I do it here? Was the question. So I said here it's against the nature's law.
Can read this.
If a human being is engaged in sinful, irreligious activities, either because of bad association or because of his failure to control his senses, then such a person will certainly develop a personality full of material desires. He thus becomes miserly towards others, greedy, and always anxious to exploit the bodies of women. When the mind is so polluted, one becomes violent and aggressive, and without the authority of Vedic injunctions, slaughters innocent animals for sense gratification. Worshipping ghosts and spirits, the bewildered person falls fully into the grip of unauthorized activities and thus goes to hell, where he receives a material body infected by the dark modes of nature. In such a degraded body, he unfortunately continues to perform inauspicious activities that greatly increase his future unhappiness, and therefore he again accepts a similar material body. What possible happiness can there be for one who engages in activities inevitably terminating in death?
So what do you think? Huh?
So this doesn't apply to the beings who get elevated to heavenly planets, Prabhu?
No, if you stay here and you want to do all these things and not according to the Shastra, then you're going to get this thing. And not finish, huh? It is not finished, I say.
Okay,
You want to go into this
human being. Yeah, I think the
you want
first
to go
word was
into
human.
Yeah. And then when you come back from hell, this is what happens.
Having gone through all the miserable, hellish conditions and having passed in a regular order through the lowest forms of animal life prior to human birth, and having thus been purged of his sins, one is reborn again as a human being on this earth. Oh.
So what do you think? You want to do this? Yeah, you want to, no problem. Correct. I mean, Yamaraj also will be happy, to meet you, Some service for Yamaraj. Correct? Yes?
No, Prabhu.
Hello?
No.
Huh?
No. No, we don't want to go into
I
this.
mean,
Prabhu.
so you must be a fool, you know. You must be a fool. Can you read the purport?
Just as a prisoner who has undergone troublesome prison life is set free again, the person who has always engaged in impious
Just as a prisoner who has undergone troublesome prison life is set free again.
Or she was reading actually. Who was that reading?
yes, right.
Oh, sorry, please go ahead. Please.
Let her read.
In impious and mischievous activities is put into hellish conditions, and when he has undergone different hellish lives, namely those of lower animals like cats and dogs and hogs, by the gradual process of evolution, he again comes back as a human being. In Bhagavad Gita, it is stated that even though a person engaged in the practice of the yoga system may not finish perfectly and may fall down for some reason or other, his next life as a human being is guaranteed. It is stated that such a person who has fallen from the path of yoga practice is given a chance in his next life to take birth in a very rich family or in a very pious family. It is interpreted that rich family refers to a big mercantile family because generally people who engage in trades and mercantile business are very rich. One who engaged in the process of self-realization or connecting with the supreme absolute truth but fell short is allowed to take birth in such a rich family, or he's allowed to take birth in the family of pious brahmanas. Either way, he's guaranteed to appear in human society in his next life. It can be concluded that if someone is not willing to enter into hellish life, as in Tamishra or Andhatamishra, then he must take to the process of Krishna consciousness, which is the first class yoga system. Because even if one is unable to attain complete Krishna consciousness this life, he's guaranteed at least to take his next birth in a human family. He cannot be sent into hellish condition. Krishna consciousness is the purest life and it protects all human beings from gliding down to hell to take birth in a family of dogs or hogs.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
This is the problem with these guys, you know. They think they can do anything they like, no?
Yes.
Yes. You want to read this?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
The misguided materialist does not know that his very body is impermanent and that the attractions of home, land, and wealth, which are in relationship to that body, are also temporary. Out of ignorance only, he thinks that everything is permanent.
Yes.
Yes, true.
The living entity in whatever species of life he appears finds a particular type of satisfaction in that species, and he is never averse to being situated in such a condition.
Yes.
Yes, true.
So even if he goes to hell, he is happy.
That is
Can you read
illusory
that?
happiness.
The conditioned living entity is satisfied in his own particular species of life, while deluded by the hovering influence of the illusory energy. He feels little inclined to cast off his body, even when in hell, for he takes delight in hellish enjoyment.
What does it mean to it? He feels little inclined to cast off his body.
Read the purport.
It is said that Once Indra, the king of heaven, was cursed by his spiritual master Brihaspati on account of his misbehavior, and he became a hog on this planet. After many days, when Brahma
You want to read a little loudly, please? Huh?
when Brahma wanted to recall him to his heavenly kingdom, Indra, in the form of hog, forgot everything of his royal position, heavenly kingdom, and he refused to go back. This is the spell of Maya. Even Indra forgets his heavenly standard of life and is satisfied with the standard of hog's life. By the influence of Maya, the conditioned soul becomes so affectionate towards his particular type of body that if he is offered, give up this body and immediately you will have a king's body, he will not agree. This attachment strongly affects all living entities. Lord Krishna is personally conversing, give up everything in this material world, come to me, and I shall give you all protection, but we are not agreeable. We think we are quite all right. Why should we surrender unto Krishna and go back to his kingdom? Called illusion or Maya. Everyone is satisfied with his standard of living, however abominable it may be.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
So you understand, Indra, he got the body of a pig, he didn't want to give up.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because the attachment is so strong.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes, Prabhu.
That's why when he goes to hell, he's very happy.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? Huh? No more? No more questions?
No problem.
So I hope you have sufficiently cleared many of your doubts.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Anything else you want to add?
Camera.